elementary teachers, let's grow food gardens with your class in 2024, but let's not do it the way everybody else does. Have you seen all those abandoned school gardens in the corner of the schoolyards here and there? Those are the result of teachers doing it the wrong way, because they make this gardening project or school garden project, a separate project on top of everything else that they are already doing, when the right way of doing it is to make it a teaching tool for your current curriculum. Let me expand what I mean by that. A major mistake that I see elementary teachers who want to grow a school garden make is that they put together a gardening club or an eco school club or a green club or whatever you call it. It's a club that includes a bunch of students from all over the school, and it's not with their classroom. And it usually happens during lunchtime, after hours, weekends, and they try to grow this garden with these clubs. And that's a mistake for 3 reasons. First of all, these clubs don't work. I mean, if the goal is to grow an educational garden, which it should be because this is a school garden, not a community garden, not a home garden. It's supposed to be contributing to education. And clubs like that don't work because those don't have a very defined structure. It's usually meant to be fun. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. There's no structure to it. And for many other reasons, these clubs don't work. I mean, they work for other things, but they don't work for growing a vegetable garden. Second reason is it doesn't connect to your curriculum. It doesn't directly, because you're not doing it with your class. You are responsible for your class and for covering the curriculum for your class. That is not your class. That does not directly connect to what you're supposed to do as a teacher. Number 3, and the most important one, you have to spend extra time other than your prep time and your class time that you have to do with your own classroom. Now you have to put in time on your lunch hour and after hours and sometimes weekends to run this club. That doesn't even work, at least not for this purpose. There aren't enough hours in a day for a teacher already. Why on earth would you want to do that? I know. That's because that's the only way you think a school garden is supposed to be grown because everybody else does it that way. I mean, teachers think that growing a school garden can only be done in 2 ways. 1, running one of these clubs, and 2, organizing planting events with the community over the weekend, let's say, or after hours, getting a bunch of plants donated or purchased, brought in, everybody gathers, they put all of those plants in a garden in one shot, and they think that's the way to do it. That doesn't work either. I mean, it could work for native plants garden, butterfly and bee gardens, even though still, even for those, that's not how I would do it. I would still do that with my class during my class time and connect it to my curriculum. But logistically and functionally, those types of events don't work for growing a vegetable garden. The answer is not to run a club or planting events with your community. The answer is to do this during your class with your students and connecting it to your curriculum. Let me show you how with all the details and handouts and everything in my School Gardens with Ease 2024 webinar. It's free. Go grab your spot.